And some new information this morning. Florida Senator Marco Rubio wants all commercial flights to and from Cuba stopped immediately. He believes they put our country at risk for terrorist attacks. News Channel 8's Meredith Sensulo reports Senator Rubio found a major lax in security that exposes us to the serious threat.
August 31st, JetBlue becomes the first commercial airline to begin daily flights to Cuba in more than 50 years.
Estados Unidos y Cuba.
And earlier this month, American Airlines becomes the second. Every day, multiple takeoffs and landings of flights that could have terrorists on board, says Republican Senator Marco Rubio.
On most, if not all, of these flights, there are no air marshals. And this is endangering U.S. passengers.
An aviation agreement specifies flights between Cuba and the U.S. will have an air marshal on board. But according to Rubio, a TSA official revealed this week that Cuba hasn't allowed air marshals aboard scheduled flights. Rubio says there are flights 90 miles from U.S. shores that could easily be taken over by hijackers, putting the country, and more specifically Florida, at risk.
Theoretically, some terrorists could travel from any country in the world into Cuba and then try to come into the United States, commandeer an aircraft, and I don't need to tell you what could happen next. This is an incredibly dangerous situation.
He also points out the history of danger when it comes to air travel between the U.S. and Cuba.
So you know why they started putting metal detectors at airports 30 years ago? Because of hijackings to Cuba.
Those hijackings in 1961 and 69. Rubio has filed a bill to stop all flights to and from Cuba until an adequate security plan is in place. If that doesn't happen, he says these are flights that are vulnerable. Meredith Sensulo, News Channel 8.